of the WIBC Queens. Carol Giannotti has to be wondering, what in the world am I still doing in this competition?
Exactly. She's saying, hey, if it's going to be given to me, though, I'm going to take advantage of it. Here you can take a look at her lane break. Down lane 15, she only threw 1 strike. Lane 16, only 2. So not a lot of strikes thrown in the first game.
And after the long break, a little slow up perhaps in ball speed, and right through the nose, and she splits in the first frame.
Well, really pretty impossible to pick up here, but we actually saw one player almost pick it up last week. You want to hit real light up against the 6 pin and hope to knock it to the 4, but of course it's really a difficult spare conversion.
Open in the first frame, and another future WIBC Hall of Famer, Cindy Coburn Carroll, will start the match.
Cindy Coburn Carroll re-racking lane 15. The 5 pin did not reset. Still up in its rack.
This player averaged more than any player in the field after match play began, 216 per game. And she opens with a crossover Brooklyn hit.
Cindy Coburn Carroll qualified in the 48th position. Take a look at her game. Now, she is one of the basic players of all time. That 5-step approach, long push away. Big pendulum swing here, high backswing. Look how high that is. Now she's coming down, big low knee bend. Stays real solid at the line.
Better shot here, and a strike. So a quick double. Cindy taking advantage of the big break in the first frame.
Cindy Coburn Carroll in 1988 came up through that loser's bracket, finished 4th in that telecast. So she knows what it's like for Carol Giannotti to have bowled all those games in those 2 days.
Carol Giannotti down by 21, but never out. Punches this one high again. Well, she's going to have to start to move somewhere along the way.
She's probably unsure whether to move left or right, though, because she's played in both areas of the lane. Here she's real deep, about 15, but the ball breaks right at the last minute. She should probably move a little bit left, but she's afraid of that lane conditioner that, say, Donna had been hitting, and the ball went into a slide.
Terrific athlete. You get the impression that no matter what sport Carol would take up, she would be good at it. Very competitive, and also a little tired, as you mentioned. 40 games in 2 days. It's a lot of wear and tear on the body, but she qualified in the number 5 position. Now she's going to try and work her way up the step ladder to maybe meet Dana Miller-Mackey.
Well, there's only 2 events left out here on our spring tour, Denny, and I asked Carol if she was going to take off next week, because this has been a grueling spring for her. She's bowled well, and of course you're always bowling more games. And she said, no, only 2 left. I'll bear it out, and then I go home for a long summer break.
Trying for 3 in a row. This one slides by the head pin. Oh, almost, but not quite. And don't forget, you don't want to miss ESPN Sports Center this evening, immediately following baseball tonight, for all the scores, all the highlights. Don't miss what's happening. And of course, the Jazz trying to wrap up their series. Pirates and the Braves square off tonight, and the Preakness Lowdown that comes up on Sports Center. She would love to have had that one.
Oh, I tell you, and she almost did. That 8 pin almost fell at the last moment, looking for that real light hit.
478 players started this week, and that's just 3 shy of a capacity field in the Queens. It's a long, hard road to get to the top 5.
Take a look at Cindy's backswing. Very, very straight. Her shoulders very square. Oh.
Well, the crowd rooted that one down. And in the crowd, Cindy's husband. And he liked that shot.
You bet. Jerry liked this one. Whatever it takes. Light hit. Head pin off the wall. Hits the 4 pin. And then the nose of the head pin comes back. Or not the nose of it. I say the bottom of it. 7 pin went. She's getting down. She's going, come on, come on. Yes, yes.
Carol Giannotti with a heavy roll and trips out the 4-pin in the 4th. Now this is a critical shot coming up right now, because if she strikes here, she gets back to even in the match.
You see the intensity of the players, and when your opponents start throwing strikes, you usually start throwing them right back.
You have to answer the challenge. If not, you're heading out the door normally. Stood up quickly on that shot, tripped out another 4-pin. That was one of those classic Giannotti adjustments at the foul line.
Well, it appears she has moved in a little bit deeper too, Denny, so she gets that break right at the last moment.
Match is all even. Cindy Coburn Carroll trying to go back up on top by 10.
Cindy Coburn Carroll's mother, Doris, is a member of the WIBC Hall of Fame.
Oh, a trip now for Cindy, who says, yes, I like it more and more. She's pretty much covered the head pin. A Brooklyn, a trip 4, a wall shot. What's left?
Well, that makes for a 1-2-3 pocket. And when you have that going for you, you should win.
Jeannie Maiden has qualified number 2. Dana Miller Mackey practicing.